Have you seen the Mitsu FTK they're doing in the OCG? Yeah, I've seen it. I don't think it's good, but it's funny. Did my toggle just not work because the token was where my mouse was? Are you kidding me? Oh, never mind. Oh, I forgot to 5. I'm such an unk. Oh my god. I toggled on because I wanted to Hoover on res, but then it threw me off that, like, I don't know, the token popped. I don't know, man. I think I toggled too late. What did they add? They add field spell. Oh, they added world wand. Okay. Can you bounce the token for me? Or steal it? Played around that. The Fuba is gonna hit them like a truck now, watch. They can't ash it anymore. Trust. Trust. I need you to trust the process just a little bit, y'all. So, why did they search World Wand? The last card in their hand has to be the field spell, right? They stole it! Let's go! Uba is live! Yeah, they have the field spell. Okay. Well, the Fuba just gets one draw on my turn, I guess. Oh, hello, Kusanagi. I missed you. Fuba alive. Let's go. Okay. This is not main phase only. If I go Habakiri and they crescendo it, I'm owned. At least we know the card in hand is a wand. Well, it's wand or skeleton, right? They probably kept wand. Do I add Murakumo or do I add Abakiri? Seems like a good Exiton. They can chain IP into something, but I draw a card for that. Surely they won't make Apple. Apple is not that big of a problem here. Also, they can't make it with a token. Wait, why can't I activate both? Eh? This card says you can only use each effect once per turn. It's activation, not use. It says you can only use each effect once per turn. It says use. It's either a bug or it works differently in the OCG. But it's not supposed to work like this. It is not supposed to work like this. Probably mistranslation rather than bug. No, that's how it is in the TCG. We had these cards first. I mean, sure, don't mind if I do. I'll do it again. We got a little buff because Mitsurugi wasn't good enough yet. Sure. That's insane. That's so broken. This is so busted now. Holy shit. Add Havakiri. Yeah, go back here. Okay, just to clarify this real quick, okay? Because it seems like there was some confusion in the chat right there about what happened there, okay? How do I explain this? Okay, so there's a difference in Yu-Gi-Oh! With once per turn effects between when the activation of a card is negated, whether you can use the card again or not. So what the word you're looking for is you can only activate one pre-preparation of rights per turn versus you can only use this effect once per turn. For example, on Aramasa, it says you can only use each effect of Aramasa once per turn. If an effect says you can only use it once per turn, if the activation gets negated, that still counts as you attempting to use the effect. Whereas if a card says you can only activate one per turn, if the activation gets negated, it's as if the activation hasn't happened, so you can do it again. So if for example you use Bell, if you use Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, which is a card that negates the activation, negate that activation. If you use Bell on pre-preparation of rights, and there's a second pre-preparation of rights in hand, it can be activated. Because it says activate one per turn, activation negated, therefore you can then use another one. This is different from Ash Blossom, because Ash Blossom does not negate activation, Ash Blossom negates effect. That is a different story. If your opponent activates pre-prep and you Ash it, then you cannot use another pre-prep because the activation has not been negated, the effect has been negated. Those are different. Ash and Bell don't work in the same way. So basically what you need to understand is that use and activate once per turn are not the same thing. If a card says use one effect per turn and the activation gets negated, you cannot activate another one of those cards. If we look at Mitsurugi Ritual, this card says, and this is not a translation error because this card was printed in the TCG first. This is the text of the card in the TCG where the card was printed, where the card released first. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of Mitsurugi Ritual once per turn, okay? You can only use each effect once per turn, which means that if the activation of one of these effects is negated, you can still not attempt to do it again. So last game, when my opponent used Orchestra Crescendo on my Mitsurugi Ritual, I used the effect to summon from deck first to bait the Crescendo, and then I wanted to use the other one to activate from hand, but then I realized the game gave me the option to activate both again, which is not how it's supposed to work. Orchestra Crescendo says, when a spell trap or monster effect is activated while you control an Orcus Link monster, negate the activation, and if you do, banish that card. So the activation was negated, but it says use, so you should not be able to use another one. You should not be able to use the same effect again on Mitsurugi Ritual. in the TCG 100%. So this is from the TCG perspective, this is 100% a bug. This is not how it's supposed to work in the TCG. I don't know if we have any OCG players in the chat right now who can confirm what the wording on Mitsurugi Ritual is in the OCG. Because I don't know that. Maybe they translated it differently into the OCG. The OCG has said that you cannot, but Master Duel has it wrong. Okay, so it is a bug. It is actually a bug. You're actually not supposed to be able to activate a second one, even in the OCG. There's a ruling entry that says you cannot choose it again either. It's just a bug in Master Duel. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's not an OCG thing. Well, what you're linking actually doesn't really change any, like, that. I know what you're trying to say here. You're linking me a ruling for a different card that says, I have activated the effect of Volcanic Rimfire, but the activation or the effect has been negated. Can I choose the same effect again? No, you cannot. You can still activate the effect of Rimfire, but you cannot choose the same effect. Which is, like, Volcanic Rimfire is the same thing. You know, it has multiple effects, but you can only use each effect once per turn. It's exactly the same thing, right? If this card is sent to the grave, you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect once per turn. This is the same wording as on Mitsurugi Ritual, right? Oh, the same applies for the following cards. Mitsurugi Ritual. Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Then it's actually a good link. Because what I was leading towards is, like, maybe it works the same in the OCG, but they just translated the card differently, which would have been a different story. But no, it is specifically listed here as an example where the card works exactly this way. Okay. We found a bug. Interesting.